living a life that you don't need a vacation from, doing a job that you don't need to retire from, being in a relationship where you don't need a break. Those are the subtle aspects of living a holistic and free life. And today we will discuss just that. So if you're just seeking isolated freedom, you will be enslaving yourself further. What you need is existential freedom, which comprises of many elements of life. And the combination of this will actually make you free. Otherwise, you will be free in some aspects of life, but encaged by some other aspects, which in the true sense is not freedom. In life, my friends, the unaware are unaware and stuck. Beginners seek vacations. Intermediates seek retreats. Whereas the experts don't seek anything. They know they are the vacation and the retreat. So when I talk about not needing a life that you need a vacation from, I talk about this. Live with values, live with consciousness, live with holistic existential freedom, and your life will be the ultimate vacation. And you will be the presence that is the vacation for someone else, because you will be holding space with freedom, with awareness, with that power, with that energy, and you'll help people auto optimize themselves. But for that, first you have to do it to yourself, because you can't give what you don't live. And what I mean by holistic existential freedom is to first be aware of 6 aspects of your life. Ask yourself, who controls my physical health? Doctors, society, nutrition companies, gyms, and then find freedom of health and well-being. That's number 1. Number 2 is ask yourself, who controls your mental health? Where are all your conditionings and patterns coming from? What you think, where does that stem from? Is it something that comes from awareness and self-knowledge, or it's just information passed on? Is it social media? Is it news? And then free yourself as much as you can through awareness. Emotions. What gives you meaning in relationships? How are your relationships? Both the ones which have been gifted to you and the ones that you choose. And find freedom in relationships. Mostly it's the path of detachment, rather than trying to give love, to be love, because love will naturally overflow into everything around you. Then comes spiritual freedom. Are you the prisoner of one or the other of life's ideologies that have been passed on, or are you actually living in religiousness? Are you actually godly in your behavior, rather than just following certain rules and protecting gods who don't need your protection? Then comes financial freedom. Are you doing things which make you feel meaningful and purposeful, rather than just making money for a while and then thinking that we'll delay everything else for later? Are you seeking a retirement from your job, your business? That means that job and business is not meant for you. And then environment. Are you at peace wherever you are? Are you celebrating yourself and the people around you and the place around you? And are you grateful in the place that you are? Not only the physical place, but your surroundings and the people around you. Because until and unless you don't take care of these 6 freedoms, you will be thinking that you're free, but you will be a handicapped free person. And as I start my Qigong practice today, I would just like to ask you, how honest are you with yourself? Not at performing freedom in front of others, but in really asking yourself these tough questions and giving yourself honest answers to realize whether you're actually holistically, existentially free. So rather than getting caught up in stimulation, rather than being a victim to thinking that you're chasing freedom but being cosmetic about it, ask yourself these questions and then work in a holistic way towards living a free life. Because the performance of freedom will look good to others, but eventually it will catch up on you, and then you will be in misery. So don't perform freedom. Look for areas in which you are performing. Look for areas in which you are lacking. And then approach it honestly, authentically, and in a way that is actually making you free. So friends, an idea turns into an insight when you can relate to it, and the insight turns into evolution once you execute it. So I'm going to give you a practical way of executing on this. Spend some time every day without roles, in role-less consciousness, because that will give you a sense of separation from your ego, and then you can actually, with an unbiased perspective, look into all the avenues that I mentioned previously and see where you are lying to yourself, where you are displaying and projecting freedom while you're actually not free. And once you've done that, you will reveal to yourself how you can overcome this. So some time of rolelessness every day. So on a final note, in the modern world, only when you relieve yourself from the temptation of projecting isolated freedom can you actually free yourself. So it's not just unawareness, but also this ego, this projection that you keep up when you are trying to show freedom off to people, showing the cars, the vacations, the weird things that you do in order to prove a point to society. And until and unless you don't approach freedom with an authentic, holistic, existential point of view, you will never be free. So make the best day ever. Subscribe if you want, and if you don't, then thanks for your time.